Let's try it one more time. इतनी peppy presentation थी, विपुल ने इतने secrets share करे. Give it back to him. Good afternoon, everyone. That's more like it. So, we are at the second edition of India Affiliate Conference. So proud that the industry is growing. We are all growing, and it's just amazing to see everyone sitting here and learning, and especially the speakers sharing their hearts out without any personal incentives and sales pitch. So it's just so amazing. My topic for today is Indian affiliate industry's trends for this year. And let me also tell you more about myself. That's me in Indian attire, since it's all about India for me. And before I start talking about anything, I want to tell you who I am and how I started my career. So my name is Parul Tarang Bhargava. At this point in time, I'm the CEO of V Commission. But I started my journey, my affiliate journey in 2006. So 13 years into this space. What have I been doing in these 13 years? So 2006 to 2008, an affiliate, mainstream, CPA, white hat, black hat, grey hat, every hat. 2008 to 2010. So 2008 was when we launched V Commission. Being, always based in India, we faced a lot of challenge because international affiliates, international networks did not, approve Indian affiliates, and there was a huge challenge. So, we just thought that let's start up an affiliate network. It might just work for us. Can I just ask, how many of you have gone through this phase, either in the past or now, where international networks have not accepted you because of your nationality? Has everyone been through that ever? Okay, very nice. So yes, I think, sorry?
MAC19 still date hasn't approved my account.
Oh my God.
And I'm working from last 20 years.
Yes. So, 2008, we thought this could be our trick. Let's just try and become a network, because being an individual affiliate and explaining we are a media buyer and we know how to do it was not just working for us. So 2008 to 2010, we were doing this. Being V Commission, we were, mostly running our campaigns ourselves, and having a network just helped us get an entry into the global market. I would say my revolution or the growth really happened after 2010, where we embraced our roots at a much larger level. We decided that we are going to leave all the big money that we were minting as an affiliate, and we will shift our focus to India. So we did that in 2010, and I am actually talking about India from an insider perspective. This is just my story, V Commission's journey, how we started, what we have seen. So in 2010, there was a big boom in the internet space that was happening. We were seeing group buying deals like Snapdeal, and there were tens and twenties of others. We were seeing reverse bidding auction. How many of you know reverse bidding auction sites? Oh, please don't make me feel old. Okay, so these all were booming up in India, and we started taking their marketing campaigns, and at that point in time we started convincing and talking to affiliates who are based out of India to start promoting Indian traffic. So in this phase to 2010 to 2013, our advertisers were Indian, but most of our affiliates were international media buyers who really knew how to buy traffic, and India for them at that point in time, and for so many still, was a gold mine because traffic was dirt cheap. 2010 to 2013 was that kind of phase for me, where I was the CEO for the company, COO for the company. And then 2013, Adways, which is a Japanese listed company, invested in us, and we converted from a family-run company, family run business to a corporate, and now an organization of about 100 people, still doing affiliate, still very much in the business, and possibly that's the reason why I am here. This is just a quote that I like for, so many of you who are trying to delegate work either to your full-time employees or part-time VAs and employees, that leadership is an action, it's not a position. Again, show of hands, how many of you want to delegate your work that you're doing right now and do something more productive? Ones are definitely there who asked Vipul that question, right? So I think over the years, that's what my specialization is. I'm not a media buyer anymore. I will not be showing you any case studies because that's not what I do anymore. But yes, if you want to talk about organizational skills, building an organization from zero to wherever you want to be, I will be very, very happy to help. So, what exactly am I going to be talking about? Since I'm focusing only on India, I will be talking about Indian advertisers and what is currently running in the Indian market and what you can promote in this region. So mainstream verticals, CPS is a mode that advertisers pay, and that's the biggest. That has been the biggest for past few years now. This vertical has seen its ups and downs because the way e-commerce is still growing and maturing in India, and we keep reading about e-commerce merchants trying to be profitable, or international big giants funding into Indian e-commerce stores. So CPS remains to be the biggest vertical, but this vertical has gone through its ups and downs, and thus affiliate as well. So in the Indian affiliate industry, we have seen payouts change sometimes every month, programs shut down abruptly, even sites shut down abruptly. So I think Indians e-commerce CPS, it is a little bit shaky right now, but it is there. It is still the biggest, and I think with the way e-commerce is maturing, this is only going to grow. This is possibly what happened in the US 10 years back. We are a decade behind, but I think the potential is still there. Travel is really growing. We see a lot of international advertisers try to open their Indian niche site, India specific site, and get into Indian industry specifically. So travel in India is really growing as globally. And niche CPS. So can anyone help me with what niche CPS is, or what niche e-commerce is? Any examples? No? Yes, please. Yes, give me an example. इतने हाई लेवल पे मत जाओ अभी. फ्लिपकार्ट से सीधा ड्रोन पे मत आओ. No. So thank you so much. For me, when I write niche here, I mean sites like Pepperfry, Nykaa, which are not horizontal e-commerce, but they've picked the category, and they are trying to build the category and build the company on it. So that's niche when I write it here. CPL industry again has been very, very stable. I would say by far the most stable. So when I say CPS has been the biggest, obviously there were changes in the e-commerce industry, but that did not stop any affiliate from making money. However, while these campaigns were coming and going, while these campaigns were changing their trends and payouts and budgets and everything, I think CPL industry has been most stable. It has been there. And if you are a long-term affiliate, and if you work in a way on either SEO or long-term ad campaigns, then CPL is the way to go. The kind of campaigns, CPL campaigns that run in the Indian market are credit cards, loan, and insurance. So credit cards like Standard Chartered Bank, American Express Bank, loans, I am sure on native, I don't know if Vipul is still in the room or not, but when you spy, you would see a lot of credit score ads, you would see a lot of loan ads, you would see a lot of insurance ads on native also, and a big percentage of it is still coming from affiliate rather than the advertiser. So while you are spying all the different geos, also spy a little on what is happening in the Indian industry on credit card loans and insurance, and the numerous amount of credit score ads that you see if you do. Then the next one is mobile. I think this particular, I don't know, mode, medium, vertical, whatever we may call it, is really growing. But mobile affiliate has not been very, very consistent and stable. I don't know whether I'm doing justice to it or not, because Apple just launched their IPO, and a really, really good one. But since I'm talking about my personal perspective and V Commission's journey, we've seen a lot of ups and downs in the mobile vertical. Now, I want to be talking about at this point in time, as I stand here, what's different, what's unique, what's converting right now in the India region. So I'll start with CPS again. In CPS, what is converting best at this point in time is product base. Here comes the example of drones and other things that you guys were just mentioning. That kind of e-commerce is booming in India now. I'm sure if you scroll through Instagram, you would see a lot of products that, the video shows up, ad shows up, and you click on it, you get onto a Shopify store or a pre-sale page, and stuff like that. So this is really converting. CPS on mobile, where merchants who are now starting up to promote their apps or streamline their apps, CPA is really growing on mobile. By CPA, I mean cost per acquisition or cost per first transaction kind of campaigns. Do you understand CPFT, CPA? Yeah, thank you. Then in CPL, I think this is very, very interesting, because India financially has been, a stable country, and we have not seen, such bad recessions. But in spite of all of that and those BFSI campaigns being very, very stable, we see a very, very unique vertical coming up, which is fantasy sports. If I may say so, a few such advertisers in these domains that I'm going to talk about are our top clients at this point in time, and to the tune of 7 figures a month. So I think these verticals are really to look out for. Sites like Dream11, I'm sure if you search more on fantasy sports, you'll realize, and even on native push, you will see a lot of these ads running for fantasy sports. It was mostly cricket, but volleyball, kabaddi, and these also are growing up. So this makes this vertical again consistent, where you don't have to rely on particular season of ICC. The next one, which is very interesting, is casino. This again has seen a very, very big interest from international casino houses for the India region specifically. And guys, let me tell you this, the amount of lead to sale deposits that we see in our mainstream CPL that I showed on the last slide versus the one that these casino sites are seeing in India, the difference is in tens of multiple. It is growing like anything, and these casinos buy many leads a month in the Indian market. And because we work very closely with a few advertisers, the kind of ROI that these guys get is so insane. So this is another vertical in the India region where affiliates can really make a lot of money. The next one is Nutra. Like Vipul also owns, Nutra business. So Nutra is also growing in India. Nutraceuticals, Ayurvedic medicines to solve various problems, weight loss, hair loss, medicinary, memory gain, especially targeted to students. Historically being, a country very spiritual and believing in Ayurveda, this thing coming online in a modern packaging with pre-sale pages, landers, this is creating a lot of buzz and I'm sure huge ROIs. And the last one, CPV. So yes, this is another mode that Indian advertisers work on. So while CPS works for brands and the brands that have already established presence in the market and high Alexa rankings already, the new ones and the new entrants into the market, if I may say so, for the e-commerce domain work on CPV model. It's kind of a tweak of CPS itself where it pays on CPV, but ultimately you have to drive a transaction. But the cost per transaction that an established merchant would pay you, these people would pay you tens of multiples, for the same amount of work. So I think this is another one that is growing in the Indian region. With this, I think I round up my update for India, and I hope you guys have a very, very good show. Just one more thing, since I am going back in time a little. My first affiliate conference was in 2011. Almost 5 years after I started my career, that I went face to face seeing a human and shaking hands with him. And since 2012-13, we've been trying to figure out why is such a thing not happening in India and why are we not having affiliate conferences in India. Now we have more than a couple happening every year, and affiliates coming up and sharing their stats selflessly. It is just so amazing to see. So I really want to have a round of applause, not for myself, but for everyone who is here to learn and for everyone who is here to showcase.
Thank you, Parul, for this thing. I have one query regarding casino offers. Can you share insight into what kind of traffic sources working for India specific when you want to run the casino offers? You might have some data, right?
Come to my booth and we'll talk.
Definitely.
No, Parul, just give some advice, give some tips, because so many people here.
Yes, so okay, there are casino offers. I can show you landing pages on my booth. I did not put them in the presentation. They work on CPL. The traffic mode that is working the best is SMS and push.
Thanks. So, your question, please.
Hello. No questions, but I know I've been following you from long. I'm in this industry from last 20 years, before broadband and all that. Just to thank you. You have grown immensely. I've seen you grow from people coming in this industry, moving out.
Rupesh, right?
Yeah, Rupesh
Yes.
Masan.
Yes, thank you so much, Rupesh. We haven't really interacted,
Yes,
but
I know.
yes, I know we are connected on Facebook.
Yes,
Happy to meet you. And so many other people whom I might not have spoken.
Yeah, because I also say the same thing. Long back, we were doing सब कंप्यूटर के आगे बैठे रहते थे सुबह शाम 6 बजे मॉर्निंग को सो रहे हैं एंड ऑल दैट. तो आई यूज टू मिस दीज सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग्स, दीज सॉर्ट ऑफ क्राउड, कि हम लोग बात कर सकें फेस टू फेस, एक दूसरे से सीख सकें. देयर आर लॉट मेनी थिंग्स वी कैन लर्न फ्रॉम ईच अदर. वो कंप्यूटर पे थोड़ा चैट कर लिया या फ़ोन कॉल एक दो को कर लिया, दैट्स इट. और कोई था ही नहीं हमारे पास के गोरा लोग आते थे, थोड़ा बहुत बात किया एंड डन. दैट वाज इट, दैट वाज द सीन. साल में 2 बार आ गया कोई एक आधा फ्रेंड, तो दैट वाज इट.
That is so authentic.
मतलब बोलते थे क्या यार, घर वाले भी बोलते पागल है क्या ये, तो वो था. थैंक्स टू गोरा लोग.
You need to repeat for sure.
For all our international participants, I will just translate. So Rupesh was saying we come back from a time where there was no conference in India and we hardly could not sit across the table. There were a few foreigners that we did see visiting us
Those who
now
have
and
become
then.
very close to us and
Yes,
they were visiting us.
but not
That's
a
it.
very regular thing.
Yeah.
So he's happy and overwhelmed.